Guys, I have to talk to you about this. You guys know we report on sales data like crazy at this channel. The weekly Famitsu / Media Create reports, whichever one hits first. Usually Media Create hits first, and that's the one we talk about. We also talk about the NPD when it comes out, and we talk about the UK sales when there's something notable happening over there, whether it's notable in that a game bombed or notable that a game is doing very, very well. And we report on other sales from around the world as well, in particular when it comes to Nintendo Switch, when there is numbers to be had. The investors meeting that's happening on January 31st is going to have a massive update on Switch numbers and game numbers. One big thing we're going to get before then, though, is the NPD report, which comes out the 14th, 15th, somewhere in there of this month. Now, we are seeing some early projections, some early reports, because some retailers' data has already been tabulated, and right now, it is looking like the Switch is having a potential killer month of December on the back of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In fact, one of the best Decembers they've ever had as a company. According to these early projections, Nintendo Switch has sold more than 2 million units in December. To put this into perspective, that is significantly higher than the 1.3 million they sold in November, which included the holiday sales period with Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that great stuff. So outsold that plus Pokemon that month. Oh, and by the way, it looks like the Xbox One is around 1 million units, with the PlayStation 4 under 1 million units, meaning the Nintendo Switch has outsold the combined totals of Xbox One and PlayStation 4 in the month of December. Needless to say, I don't think my butt has ever been handed to me more than it is right now when I said Super Smash Bros. Is not traditionally a system seller. Something I have said several times over the past year. But oh boy, did it just become one of the biggest system selling games in Nintendo history. Should we be surprised? Probably not. We've had preliminary reports from Nintendo on Smash Bros. Sales in the US, over 3 million, blah, 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 blah. We've had some awesome reports from Nintendo already on Super Smash Bros. Sales. Now, unfortunately, this projected, based on limited information, doesn't have any data for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so we're not really sure where that's sitting. Did it hit 5 million in just the US? Nobody really knows right now, except Nintendo, potentially, who isn't telling anyone. But right now, the Nintendo Switch is projected to have one of the best Decembers. If not, I'd have to actually go back and look at the data. When the NPD report comes out, there will be people who have access to all the prior NPD reports that will confirm this. I have a feeling that this might be one of the best Decembers of all time for any system ever, and that is insane. Now remember, that's just the US numbers. We have no idea. Well, we actually have some idea. If you go back and add up the Japanese numbers, you can kind of figure out over there. I think it was almost 1 million units of Switch sold during December. We'll know that at the end of this week. And then there's also other data floating out there from other countries to try to at least get an approximation of what's happening. But as it stands right now, Nintendo Switch in the United States absolutely killed it in December. One point of data we do know for Super Smash Bros. Sales, and I'm just going to mention this because I don't plan to do an individual video on it until we get more data, but right now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was the #1 selling video game, and not only the #1 selling video game, the #1 selling video game item in all of 2018 on Amazon. Pretty big deal, considering that it's only on the market for a month. Sure, there was pre-orders and all that, but it destroyed other games like Red Dead Redemption 2. It destroyed things like $10 and $20 PlayStation Store cards. It destroyed things like the Nintendo Switch sales on the whole on Amazon for the entire year. Like, think about that. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, none of them sold better than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Amazon. Holy crap. What kind of crazy numbers? Like, am I even underselling Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at potentially 5 million in the US? Are we looking at like some record-breaking 8 million in 1 month for an exclusive? I mean, it's already, I think, record-breaking for an exclusive. I believe worldwide it would already shattered. Like, it was like a 3.3 million debut worldwide record, I think, that Spider-Man and some other game had. And Switch, obviously Super Smash Bros. Ultimate wrecked that worldwide. But man, oh man, oh man. things are getting crazy around here. And this obviously makes me more and more hyped for the upcoming Nintendo Direct, which, yes, folks, I don't care what any rumors say or what anyone says, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct coming this month. And obviously, with Nintendo having as much momentum as they have right now, which is probably the most momentum they've potentially had on any system over this short of a period in the lifetime of Nintendo as a console manufacturer, I have to say, this January Direct almost became like one of the most important directs they've ever had, because off the momentum of Pokemon and the killer holiday sales in November, then off the even better sales of Smash Bros. And Switch in December, man, they gotta set people up here. And there are already a lot of great games coming out this year. We've talked about this before in a prior video, but I have to say, right now, that Direct better have some major looks at like Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing. I know some people want to see Gen 8 Pokemon. I don't think that's going to happen here. Remember that Pokemon games are generally not revealed at all in like Nintendo Directs, right? They have their own unveiling event. Sometimes it's their own Pokemon Direct, but the point is they are always unveiled outside of these general Directs. That's why we should not expect to see that. Although, I mean, first time for everything, right? But man, oh man, oh man, can you believe the sales we're talking about? Again, north of 2 million. I've even seen some projections go as high as 2.5 million. Oh, 2.5 million is what world are we living in right now? And I don't even know why I'm excited. Why am I excited? Why? It's not like I sold 2.5 million Switches and just get to sit back like Scrooge McDuck in his pile of money. Like, it's not like it affects me in so much of, like, I'm going to get more money. I mean, maybe we'll get more viewers on this channel because there's more Switch fans and they discover me down the road. I guess there could be a residual benefit there, but honestly, I think it's just shocking. Sales figures to me are just one of the most interesting things to look at, because it is one of the only factual metrics out there that give you an honest look at how the industry is doing, how Nintendo is doing, how the games are doing, for all of the hyperbole and the this and that. And that being said, I'm Nathaniel Robochance from Nintendo Prime. Remember, we're actually giving away a Nintendo Switch with a copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In fact, it is the Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle. That's right. The one that has the exclusive Super Smash Bros. Printing on the dock and the back of the Nintendo Switch, and also the Joy-Cons that have the Smash logo. We are giving one of those bad boys away. It is our most expensive giveaway we've ever done, and we're doing it to celebrate our future, essentially, because it is a 50,000 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 50K, we will be announcing the giveaway. You can enter it down below through the Gleam.io link. It is absolutely free to enter. The only requirement is that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can gain additional entries for doing a few other things, but that's the only one that's required to enter. And you know what, everyone? I'm just in total shock. Two plus million. It's like, is that a reality? I have to be, like, I've been watching that Travelers show, right? Travelers on Netflix. It feels like my body was just like taken over from someone in the future, being like, hey, just so you know, like that 2.5 is more like 5 mil. Like, what's happening? I don't know. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.